Yeah, just the Ryan show to start. We're going to start with Dorney Park first. I just wanted to mention, I only brought these up because if you're going to make fun of me, this is the payment I'll accept. It's either chocolate or butt patches, apparently. So take your shots, and I'll accept gifts afterward. All right. Do I have the clicker? Oh, here it is. Look at this. Forgot about that. It's important. All right, look, listen. I made this because I'm really passionate about video and cinematography. Also, once I put it in there, a good friend of mine said, dude, that doesn't make any sense with what you're doing. So my presentation doesn't officially start until I play this clip. But this is kind of like fan service, just for me.
Dedicated to truth, justice, and peace for all mankind. The world's greatest
and no lie, my 12-year-old daughter wants to kill me because I played that like 20 times because I love Alfundo so much. But my thing with last year was how do we marry the two brands together? And so we're going to kind of continue that trend today. Okay, so my presentation officially starts, and I will say, I'm going to run through Dorney Park first. So that's why I have the Talon 25th anniversary. This is the first of its kind shirt. But there will be more at the park this year. So Bob Kane, who does our merchandise, said, hey, can you wear it? I said, dude, absolutely. But then it was a t-shirt. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, put a t-shirt on stage. All right, presentation starting.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Right, Dorney Park. That doesn't make any sense. I know, I made it, and then I thought I actually do have a Hall of Justice, so this makes no sense, but it was too late. I couldn't go back and change it because I've got like 68 slides. Sorry about it. More about me, I feel like you guys know, but let's do it anyway. I'm the public relations manager for the East region, which I don't have the whole region, don't get it twisted. I have Dorney Park and Wildwater Kingdom, and then I have Six Flags Great Adventure with the wonderful Hurricane Harbor, New Jersey, Savannah Sunset Resort and Wild Safari. As we did mention, Michael Fano will be joining me for that portion of the presentation. He's over there at the table, everybody give him a wave. And you may remember Michael, or Mike, from Dorney Park. Mike is actually the reason I'm up here today, so if you want to throw tomatoes later, Michael is over there. He was on my hiring panel. Small world at Dorney. All right, another clip. Lots of clips. Yeah, let's take a look back at 2025. We actually had a really great year at Dorney Park. I'm really passionate about what we do with all of you at ACE. An incredible year, celebrating Hydra's 20th anniversary, celebrating water park infrastructure upgrades, a reimagining of Lightning Falls and Cascade, which was accompanied by retail. It was also accompanied by a new bar, 21 and colder. We brought back Viva La Fiesta, which was summer nights in 2024, but we really felt like we needed a little more of that Hispanic flair. We really wanted to tap into it more. As you guys know, we do work with some authentic groups out of New York City, and so we were able to get back into that again. Year 2 is coming back for year 3, so I'll make that announcement now. And we've been working a lot. I'm really passionate about this. This is totally my fault. My Dorney Park team has got to be like, dude, this guy. But giving back is huge for me. And I'm a huge fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, so
Go Birds!
Go Birds! This weekend's tough, guys. It's tough. I thought we were going to be there. But Brandon Graham had reached out to us in an Instagram post to say he wanted to come to the park. And I said, hey, how about one better? How about we try to figure out a way to get back to the community, which is something Brandon's passionate about. And just me and him talking through his Gmail, we figured out a way to make it happen, and we had tailgate in the park. I know quite a few of you were there. It was a great night, lots of fun, and we're going to look for different ways to work with Brandon in the future and work on more things. I have to show this because I love it. First of all, Iron Menace is my baby. And second of all, Brandon Graham is like my favorite Eagle at this point after just meeting him. So we sent Brandon Graham with a camera onto Iron Menace. Dude, he screams basically the entire time. I mean, this guy's played in Super Bowls against Tom Brady. The reaction at the end's great too. censored the end. But Brandon doesn't cuss. His buddies, though, well. So we had fun with that.
I mean, I tried to hold my breath as long as I could.
That was a great day. So Brandon actually came out to kind of scout the area to talk about what the event would look like, and I said, dude, while you're here, like, why don't we see if like you can fit? Because he's got broad shoulders. He is like actually stacked, and he fit. And he's like, you know what, like, let's go. So we had some folks there with cameras, and we figured it out, and that was a great day. So to all of you who came to tailgate in the park, thank you so much. We were able to raise a lot for charities. The Tech Bodega was the biggest beneficiary, which was something Brandon's passionate about. He gets technology to kids in the inner city, so thank you for that. I'm really passionate about that. Coming back from 2025 to 2026, I did mention Viva La Fiesta. Star Spangled Nights will be back again. Hey, where's Mr. Supko? I believe that's his photo there for, yeah, that's your photo, isn't it? Yeah, it's a great photo. Star Spangled Nights. Thanks to Bill for that photo. Tricks and Treats will come back as well as Halloween Haunts.
Hey, what's that?
Whoa! Your favorite coaster credit and mine is due for an upgrade, and we are making that happen at Dorney Park in Wildwater Kingdom. So cars have been stripped, and they are going to get repainted. So I wish I had a laser pointer. But if you see the one that looks like it's completed, that is current. The gray with the primer coat is something that is happening right now. And since I'm not a painter, and I don't profess to be an expert on painting, because if you see my house, boy, blue tape is quite an adventure. I interviewed Cody, who was in our paint department, about the process and the project. So Cody can tell you instead.
All right, Cody.
Post-game interview.
Yep. Woodstock Express. What are we doing?
So right now we're in the sanding process. So when the ride will come in, we'll go through everything, hit it with 80 just to get a lot of the nicks and stuff off from the seatbelt
That's
flap.
80 grit.
And we'll go through and hit it
You
again
do
with
that.
120 grit, get it all nice and smooth, fill in all these cracks up here, whatever other nicks and dings we have at the Bondo. Then it goes up the stairs to Brian, and he'll just spray it all with primer and then make it super nice with red. And this will be getting
Brian is another painter, not me.
here. So and it's exciting because we have 6 cars, so I'm excited to see how they turn out.
Talk about how long the process takes. You got 6 cars, right?
You guys can tell I used to be a reporter.
It's just me doing it. This car will probably take roughly 2 days, probably 2 days by the car. But if Brian and I are both doing it, we probably pound out like 4 cars a week. So yeah, it's a process, but the end product is worth it. I think it's really cool seeing the process, how you get something that hasn't been touched in like 15, 20 plus years, and then when you're the one responsible for making it look nice and almost when it was brand new, 20 years ago, I always think that's really cool to see. And then when you come to the park with your family or your wife and you say, hey, I did that, and you hear a lot of people compliment on it, it feels good. It's a good compliment.
What's it going to look like when it's done?
So it's going to be the same color. This will be the gray up top here. This will be the red. We're going to do the floors and the walls here in black, and then our amazing graphic service department is going to be making new vinyl graphics to go along this. So it'll essentially be a whole brand new car.
What kind of paint are you using?
So the paint we'll be using for this is an Iran base paint. So it's basically a mixture that is 3-to-1. So it'll be activator, the paint itself, and then depending on if the process has to get sped up, it'll be accelerator to speed the process up and everything like that. But normally we give it about 24-hour cure time. So once it's done and primed, upstairs Brian, we have 3 of them primed. The red is just done, so we'll probably wait till tomorrow to do everything else. But Brian right now is starting the taping process on the top to where we can just spray the gray and it doesn't get on any of the red.
There you go. I tried to ask him as many questions as I could, because if anybody asked me questions at the end about paint, your boy was cooked. So that's not going to happen. I reversed this clip because I have things that I have to keep under seal that I can't tell you about. But there are some other things happening at Dorney Park and Wildwater Kingdom, and hopefully we can tell you about those very soon. I won't say the 2 words. I'll leave that with the Hershey team here.
What's the situation? It may not seem like much, but it started with an incredible dream I had last night.
No more strange, I'm sure, than the one I had. I dreamt I robbed Fort Knox.
I did not dream that, Superman. But I dreamed something better. I dreamed of a celebration of my favorite roller coaster of all time, Talon. So Talon turns 25 this year. Not only is it my favorite B&M invert, I don't know if I can say it's my favorite B&M without Iron Menace getting upset, but since we're far away, it's my favorite B&M. And we have a couple different things that we're working on. So we're actually going to form a committee at Dorney Park. And the reason we're doing the ACE event on the 13th is because we want you guys to be a part of that celebration. So exactly what it looks like, I'm not 100% sure. We're still working through details, but I do know that we are going to get you guys some behind-the-scenes tours. We're going to get you ERT, and we're looking at some swag for that day too. So I'm really excited to celebrate Talon with all of you. Bob wanted me to mention, because Bob's my merchandise guy, that there will be specialized Talon merch for the year. Here's a selection of some things that he already has that he knows are coming in. He was a little leery. Then I have the shirt here. Got a beautiful hoodie up here too. Hold on, let's see if we can. I'll let that blue shirt drop. That's kind of a reprint of the original. So we'll have these hoodies on sale as well for all you merch fans. Lots of good stuff for my favorite roller coaster.
So that's what they've been up to.
Yes, Batman. That's what we've been up to. Celebrating Talon this year. All right, real quick, if there is like one pressing Dorney Park question, I will take it. And then I want to transition to Great Adventure very quickly here. This is Jeopardy, yes.
Me, oh yes, me. I have a question regarding your disability patch.
Yes, caricatures. And then I show it to him and he goes, why do we have scissors? Or why do I have scissors? I said, dude, it's because they know you're going to open a new ride soon. That's why you have a microphone. Yeah, no, we're not sharing microphones. No, this is my microphone. Here you go, Mike. I'll get through this transition for you. Oh, we already did that one. Oh, cool. Let's take a look back at 2025. So in 2025, Great Adventure was blessed with Ryan Eldridge and Michael Fainall. Quick look back. But we also did open the Flash. It was a great event, and there were quite a few of you that were there. I rode that thing 27 times in 24 hours, and I will tell you that the next day, boy, yeah, my brain was a mess. But it's a great ride. You know, outside of all of the things that maybe you hear online, the ride itself is fantastic. It is really fun. Forward and backward and multiple inversions and the stall dive. So if you have to get there for something and you're a roller coaster lover, may I suggest the Flash. Just to hit on a couple other things, we had quite a few new births at our Wild Safari where we have 1,200 animals. Coral is by far my favorite. She was hand-fed by our teams because she had a medical condition when she was born. She ended up being a media superstar. She bodied me on our first interaction. She's like 7 feet tall, she's a baby, and she just runs up to me as fast as she can. So Doc was like, I don't know if you should be there. So then I had to back up, I had the camera. But she's a media star, she's there. Now I've got some brothers and sisters, had quite a few giraffes in 2025. Also had a great event with Ace in New Jersey in August, on August 23rd. We did a little tour of our construction project, which we'll talk a little bit more here in a bit. We also did Heroes and Villains, which was new. Savannah Sunset Resort, we had Olympian Fred Richard with us. He stayed with us for the weekend, rode Flash. It was a great time. And then a lot of you, I think, contributed to and were there for our Day of Giving, which was incredible. We did that in November. Mike was a big part of that. So thank you for all of that. Those are the highlights of 2025. I'm sure I missed some. That's Mike. What is it? It's 2026. All right, let's talk about this year. All right, so these are the things that we can tell you are returning. I wanted to start there first. So, Mike, did you want to read them off? You haven't said a word since you've been up here, so I feel like you should.
I didn't want to interrupt you. And
I was in a flow.
I know that we are tight on time, but certainly Heroes and Villains was amazing. It was a great event, and the way that all day long there's constantly something going on, it was very well received, so that will be back, and it might be inspiring some other things. Of course, we've got Fright Fest, and we will continue to make enhancements to Fright Fest. We've got a lot of really, really good ideas there. The Log Flume will be back when the weather is warmer, not for March 28th, but definitely when the weather is warmer. So we are working on that one right now. Star Spangled Nights, of course, with the fireworks. And Oktoberfest, I know we kind of flip-flopped a little bit on Oktoberfest. It will be back, and it actually will have a better home, close to where it was. Nothing too crazy. So we'll get to that in a little bit.
And the food for Oktoberfest is fantastic. Well, I don't know if anybody's met him. Our executive chef, Jeremy Hacker, is very passionate about his menus, and he did a great job last year with the food that we did have. Also, I meant to switch out and put a Bugs Bunny pin in so that you guys knew that I'm Great Adventure Ryan now. instead of Dorney Ryan, which someone instructed me on at the park once. All right. Oh, yeah, sorry, another clip.
Just as leaf trouble alert has picked up something.
Hello, it's El Toro. All right, so let's talk about El Toro. I don't know if Mike's going to agree with the order. Aw, look, it's Mariah Carey. Whoops. All right, anyway, so 20 years of El Toro, lots of great memories, and we bring all of this up to say not only do we love El Toro, but we're working on it. So instead of me and Michael giving you dribble about what we know, we just went to the experts. So Stephen Kolchinsky is with our maintenance team. He's great, bright young mind in our maintenance division, and he's going to talk a little bit about the project, what's underway, and what's happening with phase 1 of the retrack of El Toro.
We're really excited about what's happening this year on El Toro. We're doing phase 1 of a 3-phase
Another post-game interview.
Partnering with Integrated Rides Manufacturer to install brand new prefabricated track throughout different areas of our ride here. This year we're doing phase 1, which will open up with opening day of 2026. Phase 1 consists of mostly the reservoir area for those El Toro fans. That's the last high-speed turnaround area at the end of the ride. This process entails taking the old steel knuckles equipment off of the old pieces of track, refurbishing them, doing whatever work needs to happen, placing them on the new prefabricated timbers, and then reinstalling them back on the ride course. We're actually really happy with where we're at progress-wise. We have about 6 pieces left to install of the 30 pieces that we're doing this year.
Talk about why this project specifically is important and why it's necessary for a ride of this caliber.
Obviously, El Toro, as all you coaster fans know, it's a very dynamic ride. A lot of high stress on the timber structure. A lot of the 2027 off season. Hopefully, for ready in early spring of 2027. So by opening day next year, 2027, we anticipate to have the entire 3-phase project complete.
Stephen went through media training. I'm so proud. He did great. Also, for those aspiring cinematographers, that's what happens when your microphone dies and it's on board. That's why it sounds like trash, and it really bothers me. But I wanted to point that out to you in case you were wondering. All right, we want another transition.
I don't believe it.
Me either.
It's the size of Manhattan.
Love that part. Our dining updates are the size of Manhattan, Michael Fainal. Why don't you go, Mike? Tell them what's up.
Well, these are some photos of Paradise Grill, which is kind of the main area over there in Hurricane Harbor, and this is the current state. Let's go to the future. So this is getting the remake that you've seen at many of the other parks, all of the dining options that have been enhanced, and this is getting quite a lofty enhancement. And of course, we'll be making everything fresh inside. And
one thing on that too, I did another post-game interview with Chef Jeremy Hacker, so he could actually talk about the food, because once again, I mean, I do think I'm an expert on food, love food, but not when it comes to actual, being a chef. Go ahead, there's another one for you, Mike.
Oh, sorry. All right, so the Best of the West is going to be enhanced. We're actually going to be getting a smoker there, so all of the food will be smoked in-house. And we wanted to change the name, although Best of the West is, iconic and long. We wanted to make sure people knew that we are smoking everything, so that's why it will be the Saddle and Smoke Barbecue.
Yeehaw.
This is no time for clowning.
Are you clowning around? You clowning around? No, there's more, right? Oh wait, there's more.
There's lots more.
I wanted to do the but wait, there's more, but that was last year's theme. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so to be honest with you, I actually don't like standing out in front of this food location. I love it, but the service is a little slow because of the way that it's set up. So fortunately, next slide, we're going to have the Main Street Pub, and it's going to be completely redone. It's already gutted. We're already working on it. All the equipment is en route, and it will be enhanced as the crew serve style, where we can move the lines faster. And we got a new menu there that's going to be amazing, and Chef will be on to talk about that. But fish and chips and shepherd's pie, and I'll let him tell you.
I was going to say, you're going to go through that. I'll just skip the next slide.
Do more fast-paced, fresh ingredients like Yomon Cafe, if you're familiar. We're also going to do a barbecue concept and a revamp to Main Street Pub.
3 significant changes for you. What are you most excited about? What's the concept that has you looking forward to the season?
Most excited about a barbecue concept. When I lived in Tennessee, I worked at a barbecue restaurant down there, and that's where I fell in love with cooking.
What should people expect from a Chef Jeremy barbecue creation?
We're gonna do a whole smoked turkey, fresh made pulled pork, and a jalapeno sausage.
Jalapeno sausage, pork. What is the driving force behind a barbecue creation for you?
Being able to smoke things and impart that flavor that I think is missing from the park.
What do you think Paradise brings, obviously upgraded, renovated, to the water park that may have been missing?
Faster service with fresher ingredients. Barely anything coming out of the freezer getting thrown into a fryer. It's all fresh made in-house.
Yeah. Why is that important? You scratch and fresh a lot. Why is that significant? As someone who works with food every day.
I mean, fresh is important because it's all about the guest experience. You could go anywhere and get a frozen chicken tender and throw it in a fryer, but to hand bread it and make it shows that they care behind it, and that imparts to the guest experience.
What do you think we did really well in 2025? Looking back, obviously Yum Yum and Granny's, you had a lot of projects going on, events, Heroes and Villains, Fright Fest. What do you think was done really, really well that you're looking forward to in 2026?
Doing more food for the events. I mean, we did really well with Heroes and Villains. The food was very well received. I think we need to bring in more Fright Fest options as far as food and beverage, and we're gonna kick it up a notch for Oktoberfest.
Put it on the big screen.
The enhanced entertainment. So we do read the surveys, and we were able to use the comments about more entertainment at Great Adventure. So this will be there for opening weekend.
And speaking of more entertainment.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
So yeah, it's going to open up with a trash can ban. This is AI generated by Ryan logos. There will be possibly name changes
AI,
as well.
I committed to the bit.
Yeah, and then the dance party, and then we're going to work with the Looney Tunes characters some more. We actually have. Can I talk about the parade floats? Oh, I just did.
Go for it.
Yeah, so we're working on the characters and having them have some things kind of like Heroes and Villains, which will be really cool. So, yeah, we heard you about live entertainment. We have a lot of things up our sleeve for this summer.
I see you in the back.
All looks quiet. What's that noise? An earth tremor.
Are you Batman or?
Great
You're
stunt.
Batman. You're Batman. All right, it's a Dark Knight logo because.
All right, so first of all, I just want to say it's hard to get everywhere and enhance everything. But again, I read a lot of your surveys, and you guys tell me, when you come to the park. So we spent some time in the Dark Knight, and in the Dark Knight, a lot of the scenes didn't have lights anymore, and didn't make sounds, and didn't do the things that they used to do. So our team has worked very hard, and here's some cool shots they went through, and it's they're still working on it now, but definitely, if you haven't ridden Dark Knight in a while, you probably should.
And I recruited, these photos, courtesy of Mike Fainal, so you too can be a content creator.
I actually climbed all the way to the catwalk at the top because it's so hard to get to Batman.
I'm proud of you.
I was out of breath.
Wow, it's the safari. All right, so we wanted to talk about the Wild Safari a little bit today for a variety of reasons, but the first among those is the Safari Off-Road Adventure. Mike, you can talk over this. It's just really sweet African beats.
So we did a little test last year. If you showed up in the late July, early August, you saw that we were reactivating the in-park location for the safari, and everybody loves the safari. So you will be able to go to base camp and do that experience. It has a little more to do there, a little closer interaction with some of the animals, and we're adding some new ones. But if you're in the theme park and you just want to go to the safari, we will be reactivating the Safari Off-Road Adventure over by the log flume for the entire season.
All right.
Yay!
I gotta admit on this next one, I didn't use AI, Mike, I failed. But you wanna talk about the Safari Spring Break Celebration. So this is a new event coming this year to Great Adventure, timeline, Spring Break, April.
And we wanted to tell everybody about it here first.
You're the first to hear this.
So Safari Spring Break Celebration is going to be really cool. It's going to be, like I said, with Heroes and Villains all day long. There was something going on. So this will be at the end of Dream Street by what used to be Coaster Coffee. It was a refresh area. There's going to be a stage. There's going to be, go ahead to the next one because this one's not that fun.
No.
It's a full set. There will be live entertainment, and then there will be animal encounters. There will be drum circles, jugglers, hula hoopers. I'll be honest with you, I think the live entertainment is knocking it out of the park with this event. So it will be opening weekend, starting Saturday and Sunday, and then for the entire spring break run.
Ready to rock. I want to call this out too. I called it out last year, so I won't take a lot of time. But the Savannah Sunset Resort and Spa is incredible. It's beautiful. If you're looking for a little getaway with the family and you want that safari experience and be isolated in New Jersey, of all places, like what you get for being in New Jersey is incredible. And I don't say this because it's New Jersey, but like it's the Northeast. And you get an incredible experience. So I would suggest you go to the website, look it up, look up more information. I told you guys all about it last year, so I don't want to take too much time on it, but always advocate for them. It's a great team.
But go on TripAdvisor, because everybody complains about things on social media. We have a 4.9 rating on TripAdvisor. We have almost entirely 5-star reviews because it is really cool and you don't have to go to Africa to experience it.
Yeah, it's because we got 1 4 and it was really goofy. But he had a really good time and then hit it with a 4. But yeah.
Look, a message is coming in on the printer.
Holy gobbledygook! This doesn't make any sense.
But it does. You were asking if I was Batman. I told you. I feel like I'm Robin to your Batman. So
I feel like you're the Riddler.
gobbledygook is like the line. On the what?
I don't know. I didn't say it.
All right, talk about the Wi-Fi upgrade real quick.
All right, so I did want to put this in here. Hey, in Great Adventure, sometimes it's hard to get a cell phone signal. We've got new 5G towers throughout the park. We're actually in the midst right now of a big, giant Wi-Fi upgrade. I mean, geek talk, but there's like 700 or 800 access points being put throughout the park. It's really a big undertaking. So yeah, cell service and Wi-Fi will be better.
All right, cool. And let's have Superman pack it up here. Cool things we can't tell you about yet. We're gonna keep those sealed. There is still more to come for Six Flags Great Adventure, and we promise that we'll be unveiling a lot in the coming weeks. We open March 28th, but I think we had a couple more slides though.
I thought we did.
I feel like we did. Someone penetrated the defenses, the walls of Great Adventure. What could be happening? First to hear this. You guys are the first to hear this. Go ahead.
There's a disturbance in the force at the end of the boardwalk.
I don't know if we can use that one.
Don't record that.
No. So work is underway in our boardwalk area. What you saw on that last slide is going to say Boardwalk Improvement Project. There's a lot more to that. That's a very short way of saying that we've got some exciting things up our sleeves. Mike and I actually have gone out quite a few times in the past 2 weeks, and these are images that we were able to grab while we were out there. You can see Blacktop is coming up, which Mike is excited about. Because he texted me like 17 times, hey, you gonna come get pictures of this Blacktop being pulled up? You gonna get video of this Here's a video of the
I have a live stream in my office on a monitor of the work that's going on there, and whenever I'm on conference calls, I make sure I point it out. But if you zoom in, you can actually, and you can't zoom in, but you go back? All right. You really got to squint maybe, but you can maybe to the right of the excavator, you can see the construction office. It's disguised as a Dippin' Dots booth. I assure you we have our best top construction person on this project. You guys know the Dippin' Dots guy knows how to do everything anyway. So he is the head supervisor for this project.
More work projects. Did you want to elaborate on that at all anymore? You're gonna keep it under hat? You're not going to elaborate anymore on the 2026 project, correct?
I think you will have some things coming out.
I have a lot more coming soon. FYI. All right. It says I think we found our next clue. Okay. I have a riddle for you. Okay. Big fan of the Super Friends, as I mentioned. Big fan of the villains of the Super Friends. So this is going to be a Riddler question. Also. They put it in. I don't know why I did that one. It's too many. It's too many. I skipped it. All right, here's your riddle. A star to steal and his screams and need more than a hard hat to comprehend. What's rising at Great Adventure? Who knows what's rising at Great Adventure? Come on, y'all know. A roller coaster. All right, so we're building a roller coaster, as we mentioned to all of you back in August.
I heard there's a crane coming.
There is a crane coming.
I didn't know, but I read about it online.
Oh yeah. I saw it in Hollywood Studios. I think it's a whole video.
Oh, there was somewhere else first.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's right. Avocado toast on Reddit.
Yeah, it was Reddit.
Yeah, with Dippin' Dots guy.
Yes.
We're going to find out who Avocado Toast is because I feel like we need to get him included in the project here. All right, so the coaster project is ongoing. Right here, as you guys can see, columns arrive. We had some arrive as early as November for this new ride. And we hope that we'll have some other cool things arriving here very soon.
There are some highly anticipated containers inbound.
I'm just playing
hopefully
this out.
soon.
This video is actually taken in September, so I just was going to play it while we were talking over the project, but I'm sure all of you online sleuths, if you're into that, if you don't like spoilers, don't look. But there's a lot of information about what we're doing right now. And what I can say is that we're not going to get too far into the season before we do make an announcement about what is coming to the park. Also, can just double down and say that the work that's being done is incredible. It's a size and scale unlike anything that we've seen in the modern era. So certainly an exciting future for Six Flags Great Adventure. And we're going to work with a lot of great partners to make sure that we capture this from every angle. You guys know that's a passion of mine, something that we're really into. I'm sure Colin will be involved. So we're going to work through this, and I think as we move into the season, we're going to have more clues, more information. Like I said, we're expecting something any day now.
Any day now.
That will be special to share with all of you. All right, I'm going to click through. I had to do this because, as you guys know, it's my two children, Dorney Park and Great Adventure, although I do have two real children too, who I also love very much. But if you need a 2026 Gold Pass, there's information online. We are going to move to a regional pass model that will give you access to both of these great parks, which I think is fantastic. So for the price of a Gold Pass, coming up any day, when you purchase it, you will be able to access all the great parks in the East. I'm sure a lot of you are Prestige Pass holders, you have an all-park passport. Love you for that. Thank you so much because you keep me employed. But this will be for those folks who want to experience a Gold Pass. And what I think is great about this is it's going to give a lot of people a chance to re-explore Great Adventure or Dorney Park again, because we all have our home parks, we have places we like to go. This will give us a chance to do that. This is just a list of benefits with each park. As you guys know, the best way to get all this information is to go to sixflags.com, find your home park, and all the information will be listed there. We did it. We made it. That's good. It was close. It was close. We have 10 minutes to spare. All right. We'll be happy to take a few questions. I'm good with it. I mean, just know that what we gave you was more than most people already know on Project 2026 and Project 2027. But
and really, I mean, stay tuned. Ryan is going to have a couple of announcements in the future that are going to be very exciting. I'm very excited. There's a lot. There's a lot going on, but the entertainment and then the mystery area is going to be really cool.
Yeah, we're just getting started at Great Adventure, so thank you for hanging in there. Let's see, Jackson. Who is my favorite DC superhero? It's Batman. It's always been Batman. You know, it's funny when they were talking about, okay, so now you have this position, and I started to think about when I would go to Great Adventure as a kid and not go to Dorney or Hershey or Knoebels. Why was I going? For me, the biggest thing was, we talked about this, the stunt show was incredible. And then to ride Batman and Robin the Chiller and ride Batman, like, I'm a huge Batman fan. What about you, DC?
Thomas, what color is every car I own? Batman.
Batman. We're Batman guys. Yeah. All right. The green in the back.
I know this was a this week announcement. Do you all have any clue from corporate as to what the grouping of the Gold Pass purchasers who are getting the bump up to Prestige are? And because it was confusing as to if those who bought the Gold Pass during the MVP sale are getting the bump up or not.
Yeah, it is confusing. So the question he's asking is, with moving to a regional model, which says, hey, if you have a Gold Pass, you now get a regional. Honestly, the best thing to do is going to be to go to the list of benefits, because I can't talk about everybody's benefits and whether you're Prestige or all parks or you bought MVP or you didn't. The best thing to do is, it's exhaustive on the sixflags.com website. If it doesn't give you the answer you want, email me and we will get the answer for you, because if you can't get it from our National Service Center, you might get lost in the sauce. Find me and we'll get the right answer for you. But I could give a lot of different answers to that question. It's probably just best go to the website or find me after, and I'll be happy to chat about it. But yeah, I get it. It can be confusing. Colin.
So you mentioned the new food offering changes to Best of the West and Main Street Pub. Can we expect to see those on the dining plan?
He asked the new food offerings at Main Street Pub and Saddle and Smoke Barbecue Colin, if those are going to be on the dining plan. Michael?
Yeah, I believe they all are.
There you go.
I mean, there may be some exclusives, or short runs, but yeah, the intent is to give you guys more places to go.
With intent. Al?
Yeah.
Yes. Mike wants it back so bad.
I love the
Mike wants
slideshow.
it back, which is good. It's good that Mike wants it.
I love it, but that's all I can say. Nothing to announce.
I'm going to take one more because I think we want to try to get Rocky Springs Carousel some time, right?
So I have 2 questions.
2 questions.
Oh.
Boy, greedy. Go ahead.
There was a trademark license for Phantom Fire.
I love the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. I was at that game last night, and the Penguins beat us.
Hey,
Like, go Pens.
what's your name? Okay, Gavin, you know who you're dealing with, right? Do you think I'd only trademark one name? Careful. All right.
Do you remember what Fury was rumored to be called? Centurion. It was nearly a century on which we were speculating that ride.
Yeah, we got these 2 goofballs up here, so... Yeah, what's your second question, though?
Is Project 2027 going to be a full circuit ride?
Will Project 2027 be a full circuit ride? Stay tuned. Tell you more very soon. No spoilers. No spoilers on that.
Good questions.
Good questions, though.
Good questions.
Good questions. All right. If you've got another question, just come find me later because I do want to give Rocky Springs Carousel some time. You've all been wonderful. I love seeing your faces. Look forward to seeing you all June 13th at Clownin' Around and August 22nd with this fella at Great Adventure and then Hallow Thriller in October.
Or if you're a season pass holder, May 27th, when we have a preview on the Friday night before opening weekend.
More news. That's about Great Adventure.
Oh!
27th preview night in March. There you go. Man, you have another little nugget up your sleeve. I love it. Dorney Park opens May 8th. So, I'm a little jealous. Oh wait, I get to be there on the 28th. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Any running jokes directed at Great Adventure, come find me with gifts after, okay?